Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Madden 25 on your screens today. Haven't had any of that this semester so far on stream. Gonna be starting with Adonis. Got MunDayne in the waiting room for his match. So we'll adjust to get the score lines on your screen there. Adonis gonna be starting on offense. The pass to Jennings. Already with a hot start here. A couple of juke moves in and out. Pick your poison. All the way to the touchdown. Blink and you miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Adonis on these Niners scoring with the quickness. And the PAT is good as we go to the previous score lines. Haven't seen any Madden this semester, so they're extra important here. Both players coming into week 3, undefeated. Took a hit in last week's best of 3. Both of these players did. MunDayne and Adonis coming out with 2-1 victories in their respective series against Concord and Columbia College. We'll get back to the Adonis show, ladies and gentlemen. Again, MunDayne waiting in the wings on his matchup. We'll hope to catch them as they look to get us started here. Both players have not enjoyed the absurd scoring numbers we saw in college football 25 so far this semester. Again, you saw it week 2. Both players were already getting by the skin of their teeth, needing a third game to come out with a victory. Adonis looking to get real comfortable here, bothering the quarterback. Madden 25, a bit of a slower game, bit of a lower scoring game, and as we said, tougher competition. Took us to week 3 to see any nail biters in college football 25. Meanwhile, it took Madden only 2 weeks to get that action. Oh, Adonis, the tackle's broken. Still able to bring him down before the first. Adonis looking for a pair of perfect possessions. Already found the hot start on offense. Now looking for the stop on the defensive side of the football. And not to be. Gonna be giving up the first down to St. Francis University. Look to rifle in some of those arena sounds. The run play on first down. Just for a short gain of 1. Second and 9. Adonis sticking with that middle linebacker play. Tackle gonna be good. Stop him just short of the first down marker. No huddle. This Ravens offense incredibly dynamic. The best running QB in Madden there. Number 8, Lamar Jackson on your screen. Gonna do some damage over the air this time for the first. Methodical matriculation out of the St. Francis University Friars. The red flash. Moving up the field here, slowly but surely. Adonis staying true on that middle linebacker position. Lamar Jackson nowhere to throw, so he'll take it himself. And that's the danger we were talking about there, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the most dangerous Russian quarterback in the NFL. Adonis is going to have to find some way to contain that man under center. Still just 2nd and 1 here. St. Francis approached the end zone. Wow, Adonis hesitating for just a second. That is all St. Francis need. We won't catch that replay. Adonis shadowing off that receiver as soon as he did. St. Francis burning him for it. Another run on first down. For a short gain of 4. That is a tough one. Adonis surely kicking himself there. Thought he had his moment to make his move. Falls right into his track. Gotta watch out for Lamar Jackson. Leaves the window wide open for a St. Francis score. Quick response out of the Friars here. We have a tie game midway through this first quarter. A brief transition. We'll double check, see how MunDayne's game is going. MunDayne still in the spin cycle, looking to get into his match. Stay on board with Adonis here. Kickoff coming your way. We got these set kickoffs in Madden 25 that you do not have in College Football 25. So far, we haven't seen any kickoff return shenanigans. You've been watching the CF25 streams. Be even less likely in Madden here with that kickoff. The run on first down for a gain of 1. Now, and we saw this during the fall semester with Monster when he was playing Madden, but during the NFL regular season, injuries really did matter. Now in the NFL offseason, Christian McCaffrey able to return without any injury here, affecting online play. Adonis has to get rid of the football, just does. Still going to be 3rd and 9. A tough out on offense here for Adonis so far with his second turn of the football. 3rd and 9, able to find the short pass for the first down and more. Gonna get to about midfield with that one. And Adonis cool, calm, and collected. We've seen him lock in on 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, plenty of time. Able to stay confident even after being tested by the defense. Adonis yet again got to move with the quickness. Brock Purdy, not one of the lethal running quarterbacks in Madden 25. Adonis not going to have that weapon on his arsenal there. You see that lineman able to catch up to him for the sack. Another short pass underneath to the tight end who's got some space. Make it another first down. 120 yards so far through the air for Adonis here. Spots a man downfield. Ends up being caught by the defense. That's a turnover. Intercepted by the Friars. Adonis thought he had a window to, I believe it was his tight end, streaking towards the end zone. Friars defense leaps into the air and catches it. We'll see it on the bottom of your screen here as the play call. Oh, that was just one of his receivers there, number 12. Cornerback for the Friars just leaping out of the air to get it. Now the Friars looking to do some damage on the ground. Going to take 2 men to bring down Derrick Henry. This Ravens offense full of problems on that ground game. So we have the end of the first, a lower scoring affair. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to be seeing the absurd stat lines. If you'll recall last week, Adonis dropping 73 to 8.5. I would be surprised if we see that in week 3, folks, especially with that Swiss format. Both players coming in undefeated so far, looking to keep it that way. The Friars pick up another first. Like a brief transition on defense. Just want to quickly grab. MunDayne's game has begun. We'll wrap up this drive before we swap over there. See if Adonis can lock in on the defensive side of the football here. Wow. A needle in a haystack. Adonis surely kicking himself there. Had a chance at that football. Instead, the Friars throw in a double coverage and get away with it. That is a close one, but Adonis got to stay locked in on the defensive side of the ball. The Friars yet again able to find that crease in the seam for the first. Again, the run. Derrick Henry a problem. Adonis stopping it this down. We have 2nd and 10. Middle linebacker spot, but you got to watch out for Lamar throwing it on the run, and we have first down. It's a fumble. And Adonis has got the football back. A miracle on the goal line there. Gives up the catch, but knocks the football loose. We'll see it right there. Bam! The hit stick. Coming in clutch on the goal line. He'll stay with Adonis here. He's got to get out of the shadow of his own end zone. Got to watch out for the safety. A quick pass. And more here. He's got some open space, and it's a foot race. Past midfield. Humphreys on the Friars, the last man standing. It'll be too little, too late. Adonis goes end zone to end zone for the score. Talk about a pair of perfect possessions. The goal line stop, forcing that fumble. Going all the way to the touchdown on the other end. Immediately after grabbing the football. Adonis said, watch one offensive play. He said, that's all we need. Adonis surely got to be streaming on the delay. If not, that is an insane shot to call here. As we'll leave Adonis for just a moment. We'll catch the start of MunDayne's game. It would be insane if he's off to as hot a start. We are just transitioning in here as we get the scores lines adjusted.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads.
MunDayne on the Eagles, up against the Ravens, however, so similar shades on the offensive side of the ball. Low scoring affair so far for MunDayne up against the Bellarmine Knights. My apologies to any Bellarmine viewers yesterday as I proceeded to call it Bellarmine the entire night.
As many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Then playing an incredibly low set defense. That's a dangerous ball. Yeah, just got to throw it away. MunDayne can't believe it. No intentional grounding call. Surprise. You rarely see. I don't even know if that flag can come out in Madden 25. I don't know if I've ever seen that flag get thrown. So far, MunDayne sticking with the couch. We saw him bring out the gaming chair when it got real in overtime yesterday in the College Football 25 stream. So far, cool, calm, and collected here in game one. Pair of those in routes, man. MunDayne covers the first one. The second one goes right past his head for the first down.
They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if
MunDayne yet again. We talked about it yesterday. MunDayne and Adonis doing such a great job of spotting when the offense are trying to play outside the numbers. Trying to avoid that middle linebacker defense, that user defense they both like to employ here. Some adjustments from Bellarmine here. Bellarmine, excuse me. Oh, that ball knocked loose. MunDayne wanted an interception. Gonna have to settle for 3rd and 10. Locked in on the defensive side of the football so far. Both sides playing good defense early on here. Bellarmine and Post University 0-0. About a minute left to play in the first. Oh, the toe tap. That's going to be enough for first down. 1st and 14 for Bellarmine there. And again, another way to neutralize the running back, or the middle linebacker, excuse me. Force your opponent to beat you with that scheme. Run on first down, going to be good for a gain of 1.
Here's 2nd and 9.
They locked in. Bellarmine, a couple of adjustments on the line of scrimmage, and that's why lining up the touchdown. But the pass is dropped on the way down, and we have 3rd and 9 instead of 7 going on the board for Bellarmine. Bellarmine Knights looking to lock it in here. Had a touchdown pass dropped on the previous down. Quick pass out to Mark Andrews. The hit stick going to stop him just short of the first. He's going to choose to keep the offense on the field. Not the worst decision on the 6-yard line, but you're certainly gambling. Choosing between 6 and 3 here. What has MunDayne got in his back pocket to stop it? Yet again, the defense outside the numbers comes in clutch. Able to stop that quick screen pass out to Mark Andrews. First down goes nowhere. MunDayne's got the football back.
Pretty clear early in this game, the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive.
Clutch defense. Looks like it's MunDayne's turn to get out of the shadow of their own end zone here on first down.
But it's the defense that
They do so on the ground
the turnover on that.
for a gain of 4.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that
Or going affairs here. 0-0 in the first quarter here for MunDayne. Stay here as we look to see if MunDayne can get some points on the board, for the Post University Eagles.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Jalen Hurts, another one of these elite running threat QBs in Madden 25. So far, I haven't seen MunDayne use his legs just yet. Instead, going to do some damage in the air. Had a receiver. That receiver did not do him any favors on the block. That pass going to be dropped as a result.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're
Do or die time for MunDayne here. Surely you see the punting unit come out if you can't convert on 3rd and 6.
up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
MunDayne's surely going to want to keep his offense out on the field. Able to find the man underneath those zone defenders for the first down.
A pickup of 15 in the air. First down, Philadelphia.
The offensive show continues. For MunDayne here, getting it out to Barkley. A loss of 2.
Met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first.
Tough start for MunDayne here. He's holding his
For a loss.
Bellarmine Knights opponent to 0. Take a brief swap over. Looks like Bellarmine looking to make some adjustments behind the paw shield. Perfectly fine by us, but we do not need to do that sort of waiting. And we've got 2 games to be watching here, ladies and gentlemen. No longer 7-14. Now all tied up at 14. Adonis on the defensive side of the ball here. That one, wow, Shirley picked off just as I say that. It's going to be dropped before he can get on the ground. So crisis averted. 4th and inches. Surely you see the offense stay out here. They're going to do just that. Another gut check on defense for the Post University Eagles. This time it's Adonis who needs to hold the line on 4th and inches. That pass going to be dropped as well. 26 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And the stop on 4th and inches has got Adonis in the driver's seat to leave with some extra points before the half. .26 seconds and 2 timeouts. Going to take a huge chunk of yardage that time. Going to get us to about midfield. There goes that second timeout. Not a bad trade if you're Adonis there. Saw the C's part. It's like St. Francis did not want to make it easy for Adonis to get out of bounds. So happily take that chunk of yardage. With 1 timeout and 20 seconds left of football here in the first. To find his man downfield. The toe tap. Adonis, another huge chunk of yardage. We're in the red zone. No timeout, no problem, as the toe tap going to stop the clock for the Eagles here. We have 1st and 10. No, Adonis can score in the quickness. We saw him score. A first down. Oh, a dangerous ball. Adonis going to be happy to get away with a drop there. Might have had a chance to be intercepted. Incomplete. No harm, no foul for Adonis here as we have 2nd and 10. Adonis watching the St. Francis U defense play really far back. See a whole lot of adjustments pre-snap to trying to find that spot in the defense. He's got it right there for the touchdown, right where Adonis wants him for the score. A maestro on the pre-snap to get that in route right in the soft spot in the zone defense there. Adonis going to take the lead right at the end of the half here. Going to be a touchback for the St. Francis Friars. Here Adonis is surely busting out a deep zone. Maybe you're rushing 3 for the max. We're worried about a run, but as long as it doesn't get all the way to the end zone, it's not the end of the world. With 7 seconds left, that pass going to go nowhere. Adonis again. He'll go boom as long as he doesn't let the opponent bust out a big pass here. So the running back, Henry, the first tackle going to go nowhere. I'm amazed St. Francis did not go out of bounds. Surely they saw the clock hit 0. Adonis going to hit halftime with the lead. He'll be kicking off the football. So we'll take a brief break. Excuse me. Look to catch MunDayne in the midst of a defense. He's got Lamar Jackson running loose. Miles of open grass for Lamar Jackson there.
It's a big one for the Ravens. And even 30 yards. On the give, here's Henry.
MunDayne on first down. Henry squished as the offensive lines collide. No other way to describe that one. We have 2nd and 9. Love the favorited plays here out of MunDayne. He's been going through more than just those 3, but double safety blitz being one of his options is hysterical. It looks like he's running more of that here, but we'll see as soon as the snap comes out here on 2nd and 9. So it's that zone. It looks like double safety blitz. Bellerman able to find the soft spot in the defense all the same for the first down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson.
Man, those pair of out routes, or those pair of in routes, excuse me.
And it's 1st and goal.
MunDayne picking up the first one, and that second one is burned in twice now here in this half.
There after giving up the 1st down.
Still though, he's up 7-0. Up a touchdown here. Surely want to keep that. As MunDayne is approaching halftime with a minute left to play.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson.
Pair of in routes.
It in around the 5.
It's making the read, but that middle linebacker is never going to be faster than those receivers. So as that route develops, MunDayne just losing the foot race there. We have 2nd and goal.
Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Bellerman's surely going to know it's a zone. They've been motioning these receivers. No mans have been moving. To match that MunDayne, the read of a lifetime, nearly. He could not believe it. The download of a lifetime. Just can't complete the play. A pick 6 there would have been all but guaranteed if he could get his hands on the football. Instead, he'll have to settle for 3rd and goal.
That incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Third and goal for Jackson.
They locking down these receivers. That pass gonna be caught for the touchdown. All tied up with 55 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Middle linebacker cannot play all over the field. MunDayne finding out that time there. MunDayne with only a timeout to his name. Gonna need a Christmas miracle from the 30-yard line to come away with a score. Or even a field goal here. Forget 6. MunDayne probably isn't feeling too bad about taking 3, but you've got a minute and a timeout. Far from an impossible task for that man in the corner of your screen here. Oof. Able to find the closing window and a penalty. Bit of extra mustard on that hot dog for MunDayne. Gonna get him out to about midfield. More Maestros on the line of scrimmage. Surely he's watching 83 to see if he can get a step. Able to find another receiver open on that side of the field. Able to get 2 feet out of bounds as well to stop the game clock. More maestroing from the line of scrimmage. What does MunDayne see? He finds the hole for the touchdown. Watching Adonis and MunDayne do it. The mastermind from the line of scrimmage, able to motion these receivers out, audible these routes to find these soft spots in the defense as the PAT is good. That's what we are talking about, ladies and gentlemen. We'll watch some Adonis football here. But finding another soft spot from the ground. To get us to about the 13. Loaded backfield for Adonis here. Makes it a tough front to stop. If you're the Ravens, especially with Christian McCaffrey on the ground. Able to find the stop there. A bit of commentator's curse, and we have 2nd and 10. That'll bring us to the end of the third. A silent third quarter. Not by very much. Adonis knocking on heaven's door there. Just inside of 1st and goal. Stay with him here for the remainder of this game. Or catching what will probably be the 4th quarter of MunDayne's game 1 as well. Loaded backfield once more. Motioning the tight end for that extra run protection. It's got to find the gap. Closed before his very eyes yet again. Honestly, he's been locked in on 3rd downs. This time he's stuffed. No tackle for loss. Surely we bring out the field goal unit here, make it a 2-score game. Adonis has been so laser focused on 3rd down. St. Francis finally able to get one over him there. Gonna force him to settle for 3. Here's St. Francis. This door is far from open and shut. A 10-point lead. So the Friars going to need to have some pep in their step here in the final quarter of play. The massive boot. Gonna force the Friars to settle for the touchback. 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver set. A lot of these formations for the Ravens to help provide that extra run protection when the play calls for it. That's a dangerous ball. The perfect time user pick. Did he have 2 feet in bounds? Adonis has got the football right back. Blink and you miss it. 1 play on defense is all that man needs. And the Eagles have got the football yet again firmly in the driver's seat in the 4th quarter. Yes, sir. Shout out Adonis taking his time to pick that play so we can watch that in slow motion one more time here. And Adonis has the football right back on his hands. Another run being shut down. I was going to say Adonis happy to play for time, but he does not have chew clock on whatsoever. So he's looking to place and put some more points on the board. Instead, he shut down twice at the line of scrimmage. 2 TFLs. We have 3rd and 13. Adonis just got this football. Now he's going to need some ice in his veins on 3rd and long. And there it is, the spin move, able to find the 1st down and more. Going to get Adonis inside the red zone. There's that ice on 3rd down. I wish we had the 3rd down conversion percentage for Adonis. It's been really high all season. And we saw him get shut down earlier, but then he let his defense do the talking. And he is right back on schedule on offense. Trying to stay in bounds, that man. Wise plays on the ground. Don't settle for going out of bounds. You want that clock to continue to run in your favor. There's that chew clock. You saw that pre-snap clock go from 30 to 10. Now Adonis looking to punch it home for 6. Whole lot of numbers here. Another one for you. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. This will be the last play. Adonis can take us to the 2-minute warning if he'd like. He's going to do just that. Now the timeout game has begun. St. Francis U have only got 2 timeouts to their name. Adonis going to take matters into his own hands. Leave nothing up to chance. Largest score of the game for Post University. Adonis, the dagger on the ground there. 31-14 after the PAT here. Do we have a quit? We do have an early quit. St. Francis, the writing on the wall there. 30-14 for Adonis in that game 1 victory. He's on his way, looking pretty comfortable here in week 3. He's got a best of 3. We'll be able to catch the start of game 2 shortly. However, he's not the only player on board tonight, of course. We're back with MunDayne, who is in a much lower scoring affair. He's got a 1-touchdown lead. He's got a chance to make it a 2-touchdown lead here. Maybe some early conceding of their own. That is a critical missed tackle. And MunDayne is happy to play the time game. That is the moves of a man who's about to play the time game. There goes the chew clock. Again, we've seen MunDayne be a monster to that game clock. Take entire quarters to score points. Just completely slow the game to a crawl. They're going to do more of that here in the 3rd quarter, as another score and an entire quarter to do it may just spell game for his Bellarmine Knights opponent here. Quick pass to the receiver. That man is down. The bubble screen working to perfection. Flattens the only defender on that side of the field for the easy 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in.
MunDayne able to stay in bounds as well, so the clock continuing to roll in his favor.
They get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Here comes the audibles. MunDayne spotting that hole in the defense. See if he's able to capitalize on it. The response going to be too little, too late. That is all but guaranteed. In for the touchdown. Again, the maestroing from the line of scrimmage. Bellarmine adjusted or tried to. Not the right answer on that test. Post University gonna score another touchdown. Now it's MunDayne's turn to be in the driver's seat here in the third. MunDayne looking real comfy again. We saw him bring out the gaming chair last week. No signs of that so far for MunDayne here as he punts the football.
To kick this one away. On the return, here's Sim.
We'll watch the return. Should have settled for a touchback as he'll be going back to the 25. Take a brief break. Just want to catch. So Adonis still waiting for game 2 of his matchup. Will return to the MunDayne show. Unsure if that early quit was just St. Francis looking to move on to game 2 or an early forfeit. We've seen both happen before in the sports title, so we'll hopefully be able to get the answer to that soon. And speaking of answers, MunDayne with all the answers to the test on defense. A huge sack. 1st and 10. We've got 2nd and 24. Those sacks are so rare in Madden because it's so easy for the opposing QBs to watch the pressure and throw the football early. That's a huge win on defense for MunDayne. Oh, nearly another sack, and that's exactly what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. It's really easy for the QB to spot that pressure. Press any button on your controller and live with the incompletion. Very rarely is that called a fumble in Madden, if ever. Third and a billion for Bellarmine. 4th and 2 might just be enough to convince him to stay on. It's going to do just that. Certainly do or die time for the Bellarmine Knights here. 4th and 2 on your own half of the field. You want to convert for something in the possession catch. Going to be good for the first and nothing more. Bellarmine taking no chances. That possession catch neutralizing all chance of any yards after the catch for the Knights. MunDayne, another sack. More hands on the quarterback. The 5th of the game. You saw that pop up for just a second. Above the score bug. 5 sacks. That is a rarity in Madden, again, where it's so easy to just pop the football out at the first sign of pressure. MunDayne's been locked in on the defensive side, able to get that many hands on the football. Lamar Jackson paralyzed on defense. He's got nowhere to go. The QB spy just sitting there dangerously in the comeback route. Going to be the one to burn the defense. MunDayne can't believe it. His jaw dropping. The QB spy not putting enough pressure on Lamar Jackson there. Able to buy enough time for those comeback routes to succeed. MunDayne still in the driver's seat, but it's a very different game if you enter the 4th down to 1 score or 2. That'll bring us to the end of the 4th. MunDayne can give up a score, and again, we've seen him play that rock fight kind of offense where he slows down to a crawl and takes entire quarters off the game. That's certainly a possibility if you give up the score here. MunDayne can't be thinking about giving up the score, however. That hit stick not gonna knock the ball loose, excuse me. Instead we'll have 2nd and 6.
Brings up a manageable 2nd down.
From the gun, Jackson.
Dangerous. Right past the linebacker's head. MunDayne cannot believe it. Seconds away from another sack. Onto the Bellarmine QB. Instead it's 6. Going the Knights' way here. And this is still very much a game here in the 4th quarter.
He's got it. And the Ravens draw closer here. It's 21-14.
MunDayne gonna have to play careful. Adonis was putting his pedal to the metal in the 4th quarter to the point where he was able to force An early forfeit. MunDayne so far not looking like he's going to have that luxury.
As they kick it away. And this one is
Massive legs there, going to force the touchback. Adonis's game has begun. We'll look to stay with MunDayne here, though. Fourth quarter, 1 possession game. Surely Adonis doesn't make his opponent forfeit early twice. Meanwhile, MunDayne under center. Forget throwing the ball. Got to think about moving with your legs.
escaping the danger.
Amazing heads-up play there. Jalen Hurts just mobile enough to force the defense to react to the run before airing it out for the first down. There's that chew clock coming out. Would not be surprised if we see a couple of run plays come out here in a row. How are Bellarmine going to respond? See them bring the safeties down. The move from Barkley going to be good for the first. So what we're talking about, yeah, chew clock. MunDayne, he'll be able to run 1 play here, depending on how long it goes. He should be able to take us all the way to the 2-minute warning following that. And that'll be do or die time for Bellarmine's defense. And MunDayne too patient there. He's going to give up the delay of game. MunDayne too stupidly locked in on the line of scrimmage. 1 too many adjustments, and we have 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10. Bellarmine looking to throw some pressure at the QB here. The answer is going to be, where do these safeties go as MunDayne snaps the football in for some pressure on the quarterback, or out to try to bait a quick throw. Then motioning his running back out, trying to bait these defenders to commit in one direction or another. Able to find that soft spot for the defense. This time it's MunDayne taking that dive for the easy first down. And this will get us all the way to the 2-minute warning. MunDayne firmly in the driver's seat. He can run the football out here. He's 1 first down away from ending this game. Bellarmine with 3 timeouts. Bellarmine needing a lifeline. Again, 3 straight stops on defense or game 1 is over. The bubble screen out to Goddard. The first timeout not coming out from Bellarmine. They'll be playing with fire. Will get us to under a minute following this play. They needed to get the ball out quick. He understood the assignment. Not able to connect with his receiver there. The pass just too wide of the man there. And we have 3rd and 5. So Bellarmine calling their shot, not going for those timeouts. The defense has held strong, but not this time. MunDayne able to pick up the first. The juke move for the dagger on the ground. That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. No timeouts, no problem. Saquon there worming to what'll be the victory. The PAT gonna double Bellarmine's score here, 28-14. We'll see if we see the early forfeit come out for the Knights. Would have expected it by now, however. So they may be looking to play this out the old-fashioned way. They still got 3 timeouts. It's not impossible. It's just improbable if you're the Knights right now. Again, we saw St. Francis wave the white flag way earlier than this. MunDayne just not looking to give up any 1-play touchdowns. All the flats are coming out. The curl routes are going deep. MunDayne does not want to make it easy for Bellarmine to catch the ball and get out of bounds. Quick play to the middle of the field to give up a first. And Bellarmine continuing to hold on to these timeouts. You can't take them into the next game. But the Knights still waiting for the perfect time to bring him out here in game 1. Another quick pass for another first down. And there's the first timeout. Bellarmine going right at MunDayne, who's been locking in on this middle linebacker spot. Playing a bit more lineman, trying to go right at Lamar Jackson. See if he drops back this time. Another quick pass right up the middle. Another catch. Another timeout for Bellarmine. Rinse and repeat. And it's got them just outside the red zone.
With 37 seconds to play.
Bellarmine's turn for some adjustments on the line of scrimmage.
Pistol formation with Jackson.
Is it going to be enough? Loads of space for Derrick Henry here to get out of bounds. No timeout necessary that time.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern
2nd and 2.
Number 1,
MunDayne realizing the error of his ways. Let's bring those flats. Let's bring those curls just a little bit higher.
all of them, you have to be at least
Don't want to give number 22 that sort of space to run.
Again, it's Jackson.
Under center, that ball batted away.
But it's incomplete.
MunDayne wanted. He quit again?
Intended
No way. We can't. You gotta be kidding me, Adonis. How did you make him quit in the first quarter? I don't want to check with MunDayne in the final seconds of his game here. Gives up the touchdown. He can't believe it as he threw it into double coverage. That is insane. Adonis getting out of here in a hurry. I can't believe you made him quit twice in... You didn't even get to half from when I saw you. That is insanity. I'll see if Adonis has got the final score on his stream. No, his night's done. A quick 2-0 victory against the St. Francis University Knights, I guess. We'll return to MunDayne's match. My apologies, Adonis. We couldn't catch more of your games. That just ended so quickly. I mean, my goodness. Forfeit W's in game 1 and game 2 as Adonis
give your guys a chance and time it.
moves on to 3-0. Speaking of moving on, MunDayne going to move on to 1-0. So we'll take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have any games to swap to for what feels like the first time this semester. We'll be back with MunDayne's game 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we back. I hope you love Ravens football, because we have Raven Dittos, a Raven mirror match on your screen here, ladies and gentlemen. MunDayne in the whites. Bellarmine. No, MunDayne in the purple, excuse me. Bellarmine in the whites. There will most likely be more of this confusion, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize in advance. We've got Baltimore Raven Dittos here in game 2. Looks like Bellarmine making some adjustments behind the paw shield. No such adjustments coming out of MunDayne. Don't believe Madden's got a pause timer like NBA, like we've seen in the NBA 2K seasons. So MunDayne just kind of big chilling. He won 28-21, I believe, in game 1. Bellarmine going for the onside kick that went nowhere, so they instantly hit the quick forfeit. The early concede. Adonis, again, we missed that game, but Blink and you miss it. Adonis is up 3-0 as he forced his opponent to quit in like a quarter. I wish I knew the final score. I may be able to get it to y'all before the end of tonight's broadcast, because that is insanity. Adonis certainly leading post-university, and opponents he's made quit the game. That man is wide open. Oh, the stiff arm gonna break the first tackle. MunDayne is eating. Let him know. We've seen multiple possessions like that from MunDayne. We've talked about it throughout the semester. Just plays where it looks like the world is his oyster. Throw it wherever you want. That time, one man just screaming how open he is. Another open play here. The block. Gonna get MunDayne past the first, past a whole lot of tackles. Gonna take a lot more than 3 tackles to try to stop that man. MunDayne already in the end zone. My goodness. 2 plays to go the length of the field. Won't see it on the replay, but MunDayne shaking off the entire Eagles defensive core there. Defensive secondary for the touchdown. Ladies and gentlemen, our college football streams have been going the distance. MunDayne and Adonis may have us out in record time here. Thanks to, again, Adonis forcing 2 early quits. MunDayne the beneficiary of 1 at the end of the 4th. No wasted time for Madden Football 25 on stream. MunDayne's love this defensive set. It looks like double safety blitz, but you'll see the secondary drop back as soon as the ball snapped. Lamar Jackson, a dang right over the heads of the cornerback there, so no chance. It looks covered. But Bellarmine have got their head on their shoulders there. They're able to identify how that is open. You see it. He turns around just a little too late, 44, to really make a play on that football. Man, MunDayne not happy about that one. He made the read. Just didn't trust in the read. Happens at even the highest level. MunDayne made the read. He shoved off of it just a little too quick. Didn't fully commit to that receiver streaking out there, and he gives up the catch. MunDayne locked in. He's still got the relaxed chair, but he's certainly leading forward in it. Just a 1-score game. The missed tackle gonna give up the first down and more, and we have 1st and goal. Far from all on MunDayne here, but certainly some minor user errors that you'd want to get cleaned up. MunDayne gonna have another shot here. 1st and goal from the 5. Oh, another man wide open. MunDayne taking full ownership over that. Those zone plays are so tough from the goal line. It just feels like it's so easy for the offense to find those gaps. Bellarmine able to do just that. All tied up at 7 apiece. A far cry from the game MunDayne had in game 1. It was 0-0 at the end of the first already. First 2 drives on offense going the way of the offenses here in game 1. No defense being played just yet. We'll see if MunDayne can keep it that way after this kickoff as he's back under center. So I just realized we may want to add Ravens in purple to the text just to make it real obvious which one MunDayne is. MunDayne, the one getting clobbered on the line of scrimmage on your screen there, ladies and gentlemen. MunDayne looking to join Adonis in the undefeated club here in week 3. Still tied at 7 apiece early on in this game. He's waiting for those routes to develop. He had a couple of men open short. I think he might have wanted the deep bomb. It's going to take the sack to do it, however. 3rd and 19 for MunDayne on this opening drive. Quick play out to Henry. Not going to be enough for the first. Yet again, the entire Bellarmine secondary coming in to lock down that one. MunDayne believing in his offense. He's going to keep Lamar Jackson and company out on the field here. That is brave. A couple of audibles. See how the defense shifts. As MunDayne not happy about that one. Go into the timeout. I believe to get extra time pre-snap. I could not quite catch the pre-snap clock there. Then yet again, pre-snap adjustments. Trying to see how the defense reacts if you can't get a read on this defense based on their reaction. Oh, the misread. He can't believe it. Hands up. Man is standing up. Gonna have to go all the way to give up the pick 6. He cannot believe that, ladies and gentlemen. That is a tough one. He made the read on where the opening on defense was. Only problem is he was point blank wrong. So that man sitting in the zone for the interception. And I believe that was the man that he was eyeing the entire time to see how the route was going to develop. Oh, he had that space, just did not watch the cornerback sitting in the spot. Now MunDayne going to need to finally put an end to the offensive perfection that Bellarmine's had here. They'll stop him just short of the first down, but 2nd and inches at the 2. And they got to lock in on defense. No other way to slice it. 2nd and inches at the 2. 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end formation. Anything possible with that formation here, especially with Lamar and Derrick Henry under center. Going to get it right to the running back. Going to give up the first. Crisis averted, or maybe just delayed. 1st and goal from the 1. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of zone defense on the goal line. MunDayne adjusting to at least look like a man coverage from the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be his turn for the interception. He's got a load of grass between him and the end zone. Man, Lamar Jackson is fast. Oh my goodness. I mean, MunDayne's hyped. I'm amazed Lamar Jackson on the Bellarmine side was able to come up with the tackle. I thought for sure that would have been a pick 6. We might see it on the replay here. MunDayne's hype. There goes the gaming chair, ladies and gentlemen. It's real gamer hours right now. The couch type chair going away. We got to lock in. MunDayne not going to make any more mistakes on offense twice here. Fool me once, shame on him. Fool me twice, shame on me. MunDayne going to lock in here. Given a second chance to keep this lead in his hands. And there's that read. There's that route we were talking about. This time, completely uncovered. Route coming out of a different package. It's a different receiver catching the football, but we've seen that basic concept executed week after week. And Monster Mash, I mean, the call was in from the big man upstairs. Monster Mash calling in the pick. MunDayne said, yes, sir. Looking to matriculate downfield here. Couple of audibles. The receivers playing really close there, but they're not spotting Henry coming out of the backfield. The first man not going to be enough to bring him down. Again, the whole Ravens secondary got to be called to stop that man.
Now Lamar changing the play.
MunDayne, he's watching these receivers and these cornerbacks play so close together. We've seen, I mean, lots of our post-university Eagles burn defenses when they've got receivers that close. Dane instead going to take us to the second quarter.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Well, the bubble screen nearly blown up. Instead, it's a one-on-one. The chip block going to be enough to stop Mark Andrews there. So MunDayne doing his own rendition of playing outside the numbers, and so far it's worked to perfection. And it's so difficult to stop in Madden because you either have to user one of these quarterbacks or cornerbacks, excuse me, and hope you guess the proper side, or you have to do it from a schematic perspective. This time the short dump off to the running back from the backfield, gonna get MunDayne the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
MunDayne is big chilling here. He's up 7-7, but he's got folks calling. Gotta answer. No chew clock, so he's got all 40 seconds to lock in here. No adjustments out of Bellarmine, despite MunDayne giving him all sorts of times to make reads on this offense here.
Now it's Jackson.
And nice usering on the receiver, man. Was a dangerous ball until MunDayne uses the receiver to turn it into a comeback route. And that's the missing piece between an interception and a touchdown there. Love that play from MunDayne. Surgical on offense. Yeah, Mustache couldn't have said it better myself. Because he had a wealth of in and out routes around that first down marker, but spots the comeback route. Did he touch the football? Bellarmine touched the football. Almost a safety. Calamity on special teams, and MunDayne's going to start playing defense from the 3. I'm not a fan of the double safety blitz, but if you were ever going to go double safety blitz, you've got a lot of space to work with here. Maybe in the back of MunDayne's mind. But surely Bellarmine going to run a play to try to get any sort of yardage immediately here to get out of their own end zone. MunDayne gonna play it safe, a much better player than me. That tackle going nowhere. Gonna need another one to bring Mark Andrews down. We've seen a couple of those in College Football 25 and now in Madden. The defensive player just kind of sliding off the man with the ball. No calamity on defense. Gonna have to settle for playing defense the old-fashioned way. The chance of a safety pretty much gone here at the 25. Oh, perfect. Again, basically never see that in Madden. The intentional grounding call, but definitely an intentional grounding type throw. MunDayne had the quarterback running scared and all the receivers locked up tight. Oh, MunDayne can't believe it. You might have seen him on the right side of your screen. He was predicting one of those bubble screen passes to go his way. He wanted the pick six so badly. Bellarmine able to respond by just running the football with Lamar. That's always an option in Bellarmine and MunDayne's back pocket here in the mirror match to just scramble with Lamar Jackson. Oh, got to be careful. Able to air out the football as they take the hit. Bellarmine going to find the first down. The hit stick. MunDayne can't believe it. He wanted to fumble something. Hit stick like that, you want that ball to pop loose. Instead, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 45.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Jackson.
The time under center for Bellarmine. They're going to have to settle for the dump off to Derrick Henry. Far from a horrendous backup option. Going to a back like Henry out of the backfield. And usually tough to cover both. You may have one of your linebackers as a QB spy. That usually means Henry's going to be free, or vice versa. You have one of those linebackers playing the pass on the line of scrimmage. And they're going to go all in at the quarterback. Little hesitation move. Going to send Lamar Jackson running out and barely. Milliseconds short of the sack. Bellarmine just barely able to get the ball out before the TFL, and we have 3rd and 5. MunDayne, no secrets that time. He's got the safeties motioning back early in this drive from the line of scrimmage. Again, so tough. The pair of out routes, MunDayne cannot cover both. So Bellarmine able to pick their poison. Bellarmine's been playing far from perfect offense. The mistakes certainly on the table, especially as we get closer to the red zone. That red zone interception that Bellarmine threw earlier on this quarter, certainly in the back of their mind. What should be in the front of their mind. We're approaching the end of the first half. If he's not careful, Bellarmine might just run out of time. That's one way to prevent it. Go right at the ball for the touchdown, but it's dropped. Lifeline for MunDayne. He'll take it. Wipe a little sweat off your brow. Go right back to 3rd and 10 like it never even happened. You see number 4 and number 7 on your screen playing a man defense. Got to be careful here. If either one of them get beat, those two safeties are going to struggle to help them out. From the end zone, 3rd and 10. Bellarmine thinking about a run with Lamar. Too little, too late, and it's 4th down and 13. Are Bellarmine going to go for the field goal? Yeah, they're going to bring out the field goal unit, leave MunDayne with 24 seconds and a whole lot of timeouts. Would not be surprised if we see MunDayne throw a timeout every single play on this upcoming drive, at least when he needs to, if he's not running out of bounds or it's incomplete. We've seen him definitely be capable of that sort of chunk yardage. With 20 seconds left, not too much of the game clock for you to work with. So MunDayne received to start the first. So you want to see him leave with any sort of points. You leave with a field goal, that's the dream, because then you maintain your 1 touchdown lead. Of course, if you can get away with a touchdown of your own, you'll happily take it. A whole lot of game clock being taken on this first down from 20 seconds to 9 for just a gain of 4. Yeah, MunDayne not happy about it. His chances of a touchdown may have been axed there. A field goal certainly possible if you can flip the field in 1 play or less, because you've got those timeouts in your pocket. Just not enough game clock here in this half for too many of these deep ball routes to develop. MunDayne really going to have 1 shot here, maybe 2 if he's sacked immediately. Immediately going to throw it. His man has a step, and MunDayne's going to go all the way to the touchdown. He cannot believe it. His chance of a touchdown axed, says who? MunDayne says, I don't think so. She's going to leave the first half up 21-10. One heck of a way to respond. Forget keeping that 1 touchdown lead intact. MunDayne able to make it an 11-point game. We've talked about it throughout these games. These players so good at spotting these one-on-one receiver cornerback battles. This tight man coverage. They do such a good job of spotting when the receiver has that just 1 step that they need to go all the way to the end zone. MunDayne a better man than me. I mean, second and 2 seconds left in the second. I would have ran the double safety blitz. They're able to shut down this ball regardless. It gets batted down. MunDayne going to be stuck playing defense to start the third quarter. But he's firmly in the driver's seat here. The MunDayne defense, if they can lock in, MunDayne can pick up some points on the defensive side of the ball here. A pick six, a fumble recovery, what have you. Maybe shades of Adonis. He may be able to force the early quit here if he's able to put away this game early on in the third. Still just an 11-point game, so Bellarmine able to come up with a quick response. It's far from over. This first drive going to be critical for the Knights. Even if you leave with a field goal, obviously not what the Knights want here, but just something to show signs of life. You saw the yardage down there, 229 to 131. Nearly a whole NFL football field, 100 yards between the total offense for both of these squads. That's a dangerous ball. MunDayne can't believe he doesn't have that interception in his hands. Oh my goodness. Bellarmine Knights, I mean, shaking in their shoes there. Lucky they didn't give up another turnover in the air. Surely you see a run play come out here. Something simple. Not sure what pass play they had developing in the air. MunDayne made sure none of us are going to find out. The quick sack onto Lamar. We have 3rd and 21. This is the sort of defensive stand you're looking for if MunDayne's trying to put this game away early. Continue to cruise in this Swiss stage as he's looking to move on to 3-0. More scrambling from Bellarmine. The soft option to Henry underneath, and we have 4th down and 8. Basically go for it territory with how short these quarters are, and the Knights recognizing that. Going to keep Lamar out on the field here. Again, pretty much do or die time. MunDayne coming out in man, which is pretty rare. The timeout, MunDayne heard me. Gonna go right back to bread and butter, not messing around with the man defense. Gonna go back to what works here. We've seen this formation time and time again. And there's a reason for that, folks. It's 21 to 10. That's the reason. It's 5 sacks in game 1. It's, I believe, 3 sacks here in game 2. This has been a formation. It's made magic for MunDayne. He's going to need a little bit more of it to get a stop on 4th down. That's a dangerous ball. No way. Bobbling out of the entire Ravens secondary. MunDayne just going to have to settle for a turnover on downs. No interception there, but MunDayne just as locked in. Gets the ball back all the same. That gap going to close pretty quickly. But this is firmly MunDayne's game to lose, up 21 to 10. Already approaching the red zone. See this empty box. If there's any of these receivers going right up the middle, they could be open short. See how MunDayne's going to respond. Bateman could be open if he breaks free. Yeah, there's A going to be open. He's amazed. I'm amazed too, honestly. 0 looked like one of the middle linebackers. I'm not sure if that was the user defense from Bellarmine. If Bellarmine had spotted that gap in the defense. If they did, that kudos to them on the defensive side of the football there to spot that weakness. There's that crossing route. This time Andrews wide open, able to break a tackle for the touchdown. You see MunDayne right there. Lock it up, ladies and gentlemen. This game is over. 27 to 10. Going to be 28 to 10 after the PAT. MunDayne thinking about the early forfeit. You might see the couch chair come back out. He is cruising en route to another victory here in week 3. Short kickoff. Bellarmine still moving full speed ahead. No white flag waving just yet.
the line set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback.
Not sure if y'all can hear the commentators, but they're talking about do or die. It's been do or die. Wow. Insane that that ball is catched. Andrews with some more yards after the catch before going out of bounds. MunDayne's been a couple of inches away from all sorts of takeaways. And yeah, Monster Master, best of luck on your homework, sir, because I think MunDayne, this game is all but locked up here. MunDayne, we need to put down the controller to drop this one. They're not going to put down the controller, though. Going to continue locking in on defense. Just short of a sack that time.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Jackson.
A diving catch. MunDayne well aware. Yeah, the diving catch is what was needed to find that space. That receiver surrounded by purple Ravens jerseys shortly after the catch.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Following the snap. QB not paying attention, being brought down for the sack.
Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But defensively on the previous
And Madden is not a first-person sports game, so QBs with a head on a swivel can pretty easily recognize that pressure, but Bellerman not watching the line of scrimmage. They're going to take the TFL, the sack, for a loss of 9. Quick ball, the tackle right as the catch is made, able to bobble it out. That's continuing to lock in. You'd love where you're at if you're MunDayne, if you can make them get away with 3. That ball nearly caught by the lineman. Instead, it's 4th and 19. More do or die time for Bellerman. Surely you expect them to keep their offense out here. And there it is. Yeah, 1 running back. 3 wide receivers, 0 tight ends. Shades of 4 verts here. Timeout out of Bellerman. Want to call the perfect play. Again, do or die time. That quit button going to be in the back of Bellerman's mind. As we approach the end of the 3rd quarter, you're down multiple scores. You want to see them leave with something here. Before on 4th down, they're going all in for 6. Play action, but only 3 wide receivers. Somebody's got to be open. Able to find the gap in the defense for the score. The rollout from Bellerman, able to find that wide receiver streaking across the end zone, and they're going to go for 2. Gotta go for 2. Need all the points you can get here. Successful 2-point conversion would make it a 10-point game. Quick under center to Henry, who's able to run it in. Game getting a smidgen closer if you're MunDayne here.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape.
Difficult to find anything off the kickoff. Again, we have not seen any of that so far this semester in Madden or in college football 25. MunDayne still in the driver's seat, but Bellerman looking to wrestle control away. Another 1st down. Wouldn't be surprised if we see that chew clock come out from MunDayne here. Still going to keep. There's still no chew clock just yet out of MunDayne. Going to keep all 40 seconds on the play clock from the line of scrimmage. He may just not have it up this time. He's looking to do it the old-fashioned way. Chew clock just by sitting around on the line here. Another quick bubble screen to Mark Andrews. The juke move going to get past the 1. Before the tackle brings him down just past the 1st down marker. There goes the chew clock. Right on schedule. He heard the call from Coach Sandwich, ladies and gentlemen. As MunDayne looking to bring this game to a crawl. If he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage 3 times in a row, you may see Chew Clock disappear, but... Oh, wise play. Throw the ball on the RPO so you don't get lit up and sacked for a loss of yardage here. You're going to stop the clock. But a small price to pay for not losing yardage. Under center, he's got some options. Going to be Aguilar. 3rd and short, and MunDayne can take us all the way to the 4th quarter if he'd like to. With Chew Clock on, he's going to do just that. I'm cool and collected. If you're MunDayne right now, as long as you don't throw an interception, this game is virtually over. You can keep playing the field goal game. Stay up in this game. We'll put pressure on Bellarmine to continue going after these 2-point conversions. Put a lot of pressure on them to be perfect right now. All you got to do is run that football. Already in field goal range, although it's a long one. So again, you do not have to go boom or bust here. There is a perfectly fine middle ground. We'll see what MunDayne sees on offense here on 3rd and short. Andrews yet again able to find that gap. 5 catches, 101 yards. A massive target for MunDayne out there. More Chew Clock. 1 play and we're almost past that first minute of the 4th quarter. Gonna be a loss of 1. No, 2nd and 10. And they're gonna go back to the normal offense here. So he's looking to stop this game the old-fashioned way, an early quit, because there's just too much offense, too many points on the board. Easy first down for MunDayne. Oh, out comes the Chew Clock yet again. MunDayne, again, he can play the field goal game, but any more points would surely be the dagger for the Knights here. Not going to be scored on first down, surely. It took more than 1, more than 2 to bring number 22 down. Still going to be 2nd and 11. Couple of jam coverages on these receivers. If Flowers able to turn that corner, MunDayne might throw it to him immediately. Instead, Henry underneath. It's going to be bobbled, and we have 3rd and 11. You want MunDayne Scott again? Do not want to see him throw an interception, leaving with 3. But all but guarantee the game here. And there goes the interception. Not what the doctor ordered. Now you got to watch out for the pick 6. Pick 6 going to go nowhere. MunDayne taking full responsibility. He wanted 6 points. That was a man who wanted 6 points at all costs. It's going to cost him 3 there. Not able to get the field goal after throwing the interception. The window open for Bellarmine here. Heard me say this before. It's not impossible, but certainly improbable for Bellarmine. And MunDayne gonna get it right back. That'll be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. He's hyped. Throw an interception. That's one way to get your get back. Intercept the ball right back. One way to get first down. One way to reset the downs here for MunDayne on offense. Quick screen pass. Short gain. But the 2-minute warning and time officially on MunDayne's side here. Chew Clock going to be on. Another first down, and we could have some victory formation for MunDayne here.
on 2nd and 3. Jackson.
Aguilar uncovered. The first down gonna force some timeouts. Not MunDayne will be able to cruise to this game 2 in this week 3 victory. Quick screen pass, the blocking. Gonna get MunDayne just short of the first down. So an illegal man downfield, so forget any gains of yardage. Very rarely you see that one. Basically CPU error with the lineman getting out of position early, and MunDayne's going to be stuck on 1st and 15. MunDayne's got plenty of options. Another one of those plays. What answer do you want on the test? MunDayne can take any of them en route to the first down. This is all but game. The second of their 3 timeouts. But again, not just mathematically. No chance for Bellarmine here, barring a calamity from MunDayne, which just would be absurd. MunDayne, a couple of adjustments from the line of scrimmage. Just looking to bring this one home, potentially with 6 more points on the board. That one just out of reach for Aguilar. Just a little overzealous under center there, throwing that ball just a bit early for his receiver. Rather an incompletion than an interception all day, though. MunDayne gonna live to survive on 2nd down here.
Jackson to throw.
What a spot. The streaking Andrews, who's got it caught for a touchdown. Mark Andrews, number 89, has been doing work for MunDayne. Over 100 yards, a touchdown there. And there's the early quit, ladies and gentlemen. 34-18 is your final score here in game 2. MunDayne gonna join Adonis and remain undefeated, ladies and gentlemen. GG's to them as his stream goes down. Again, if you missed last week, nail biters back in week 2, but smooth sailing for MunDayne. Again, he wins 28-21 in game 1 and 34-18 in game 2. Adonis won 30-14 in game 1. He forced an early quit. We couldn't even watch his game 2. He forced a forfeit so early we didn't even get to watch it en route to his week 3 W, ladies and gentlemen. Not every week we have Madden. Hopefully we'll be able to bring it to y'all next week. If so, it'll be same time and same place. We hope to see y'all there. I've been Sandwich. Y'all have a great night, folks.